Hey guys, it's JJ Andy, the co-founder of Crypto Grinders, and today we have the CEO of Momentum ICO and Mobile Bridge, Kees. All right, so Kees, give a shout out to our community here.
Hey guys, thank you very much for having us. It's a real pleasure. Yeah, I'd love to tell you a bit more about Momentum ICO and about Mobile Bridge as a business. So go for it.
All right, so Kees, can you tell us the relationship between Momentum ICO and Mobile Bridge, and just share a bit of portion of Momentum ICO as well. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, good question. Good question. So Mobile Bridge is an existing business, which is quite cool. It's not that often in ICOs that people sort of like see existing business with existing customers and existing products as well, which is very important for us. We've been around sort of 3-4 years already. Have existing customers such as Burger King, VW, Audi, a number of supermarkets in the Netherlands, in Europe. So I got some great traction in the market already, which is great. We got to a point with our product, which is a mobile engagement platform. We predominantly build relationships between retailers and brands and their consumers. That's what we really are all about. We did it very successfully, but we got to a point. Now what's next? What are the challenges for our platform? And we saw two challenges. On the one hand, consumer data is super important for us, making sure that we have a lot of data about consumers so we can give them the most personalized and the most dedicated one-to-one kind of user experience and make that as good as possible. Now, users in general are happy to share their data, but actually what's important for them is to make sure that the data is secure. They want to understand how is that data used. They even want to be in control. What data is going to be used for what? And the blockchain is great technology to do that. It gives that security, immutability, transparency, etc. So that was on one hand, why we got to blockchain. On the other hand, we have been working with our customers, and we see that like a really effective way to get them to build real relationships with brands over time is to kind of like encourage them, incentivize them to perform certain actions. If you sign up to this newsletter, we actually will give you a little reward for this. If you introduce some friends to the brand or to the retailer, we'll give you a little reward for this. And that kind of like engagement, that relationship, those rewards, those incentives, really over time support building a great relationship between the brands and the consumer. And the incentives, how we reward them, we used to do that, or we still do that, with loyalty points. So loyalty points are normally only used when people purchase something. And in this case, we're saying like, we don't just give people rewards when we purchase something. Give people a reward when they support the brand, when they introduce their friends, when they do a product review, when they come into store. Just give them those loyalty points. And that's what we started to do. And again, we came to blockchain as something that has got great ledger capability. It's great with managing value. It's great with keeping it secure, keeping it immutable, keeping it transparent, who is getting how many points, etc. So that drove us to the Momentum Token ICO. That's really became our proposition. So the proposition as it stands today, what is the Momentum Token ICO about? We are going to take existing loyalty programs that typically perform really poorly. About half of the value in existing loyalty programs is never used by the consumers. Those points expire and they're simply wasted. We're going to take part of those points and use them to incentivize consumers to support the brands that they know and they love. And we're going to do that using the blockchain, using our existing marketing and engagement capability. We're going to merge the two together, and that's the Momentum Token ICO.
Okay. So the one thing that I'm really curious about is, how does Momentum promote your app or your capabilities to the merchants and the different big brands, right? So how do you kind of encourage them to switch to the Momentum platform?
Yeah, I think, look, the best way for us is to kind of like point at the data, point at the results that we achieve.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of the market, a lot of the marketing technology, people focus on, hey, we are maybe a mobile messaging platform, or we are mobile personalization, or we're a loyalty platform. For Mobile Bridge, it's all about what is the end result that it brings. So, you know, it's all about conversion. It's all about revenue. It's about bringing loyal customers. And that's you know, the results, the data that we have working with our customers is the most convincing data out there. You know, that's the best possible marketing that we can have. So, for example, if you share, for example, with prospects saying like, hey, you know, if we run a particular campaign on the Mobile Bridge platform, if you use our technology, and you see your conversion rate go up to almost 50%, 50% in certain cases, as a reaction of consumers to certain promotions that we run for our customers, that really makes the difference. So the business results, you know, really count. You know, and that's at the heart of our marketing. We talk very much about the data, very much about our results, and what we deliver, you know, in value for our customers. So that's, you know, driving conversion rates, driving customer data and the availability of customer data, you know, driving the amount of downloads people may have,
Okay.
driving the amount of people that come into store.
Sounds good. Okay, so are there any programs that can benefit me as a user, right? If let's say I'm a non-shopper, you know, I don't buy stuff. Yeah, I just basically stop at home, you know, just, you know, analyzing the blockchain, you know. So how am I gonna benefit me as a user? Just wondering, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think that's the beauty, you know, that's the beauty of our program. So what we are doing, where traditional loyalty programs in particular focus on is that moment when you buy something. And every time, it's only when you buy something you can get us some loyalty points, and you're valuable enough only at that moment in time. What the Mobile Bridge Momentum platform is doing is saying, like, we don't just reward people when they purchase, but we reward people when they support their brand. Maybe when they sign up to a newsletter, maybe when they come into store, maybe when they introduce some of their friends to this particular brand or retailer. All of those points have nothing to do with actually buying, but it's all very good for the brand. You know, they all help the brand, you know, sell over time. So yeah, you don't have to be a buyer, you don't have to be a shopper in order to support your brand. If you like a brand, with the Mobile Bridge Momentum platform, you can actually support your brand and actually benefit, you know, from that. So that's the great difference there.
Keith, so you mentioned that I could benefit from referring to my friends. Do you mean a bounty program, or can you just elaborate slightly more from that?
Yeah, for sure. You know, from obviously the situation I just spoke about, that was the actual, you know, that's when the Momentum platform is out there in the open, when retailers and brands are already using it. But we eat our own. I think they say in Europe, we eat our own dog food. The Germans, it's a German saying, and we eat our own dog food. We drink our own Lucozade. So also for the ICO, you know, if people, you know, we have a bounty program out there. Go to our Telegram group, Momentum Bounty. You can share the URL. We'll share the URL with you, and you can join that bounty program and you can earn stakes and earn Momentum tokens by supporting us on LinkedIn, on Twitter, by writing content, by distributing content around us. You know, let us know your feedback of what you think about the Momentum ICO and spread the word. And you can earn rewards, you can earn Momentum tokens. So we very much, you know, practice what we preach for the ICO as well.
Cool. So this is an important question, right, that I ask most of the time, which is, what exactly is the utility value of the Momentum tokens, right? I mean, you mentioned a few times that, you know, you earn the Momentum tokens from, you know, just sharing on information and all. So what can they be used for? What exactly is the utility value of it?
Yeah. This is for us very important. Of course, we wanted to create an ecosystem around the Momentum token that is, you know, that is hugely important. You know, the liquidity and the movement of the token in the market. So we actually, compared to a lot of utility tokens, there's not just one kind of like utility. There's four utilities, four uses of the coin that help that liquidity, help that demand and supply in the market. So the first one, it's the easiest one. It's a cryptocurrency. Probably everybody knows that, you know, utility. It's great. It can be used. It stores value, and it can be used in the market. That's the first one. The second one is about the momentum token being a payment token. So the customers, the retailers, the brands that sign up with us, they will have to pay us in the momentum token. So those are monthly fees to join for the retailers and the brands to join on our platform. So they will be recurring every month. And it depends how much they will pay, depends on the size of their business, the amount of transactions that they do. But every month, continuously, there will be transactions of the momentum tokens in order to have them on our platform. Thirdly, it's a gateway token. And what does that mean? The momentum token facilitates the running of the momentum platform. When one of our customers, say for example, say Starbucks is not a customer, so let's keep it neutral. Starbucks wants to join the momentum platform. Starbucks will create its own loyalty scheme with its own token within that. So let's call it the Starbucks token. Mm-hmm. If somebody doesn't like drinking Starbucks anymore and they want to go to Dunkin' Donuts, what you can do in the platform is take your Starbucks tokens, exchange them into momentum tokens, and go from momentum tokens and go to Dunkin' Donuts tokens. So you can change from one loyalty platform to the next, which is a great utility for us. And every time you make those changes from one platform to the next, you will actually use the momentum token to exchange in and out each of those platforms. So as users are doing that, again, it creates you know, a lot of liquidity, and it creates a lot of supply and demand. And the fourth, definitely not least, is that the momentum token in itself can also be a loyalty and a reward token. So for those brands that don't have their own loyalty program, people can say like, okay, if I want to reward my consumers for what they do to support their brands, I can give them a momentum token as a reward. And in that case, that's the fourth. You know, so you see in that a lot of supply and demand, a lot of movement of that token, so a lot of liquidity in the market, which is super important for us.
Okay.
Great.
Is that an important phone call? Okay, anyway.
There's another call. That's the house phone. I do apologize.
No worries. So what key partnerships are being established at the moment in terms of implementation and key partnerships with certain merchants or brands?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we have as I mentioned already, we have existing brands that we work with already. So that's great. So obviously, you know, we will be talking to them about, you know, how do we move onto, you know, this new momentum platform. And the feedback so far from existing customers has been fantastic. They really like it. People are changing their roadmap to kind of like, you know, bring in this kind of like loyalty and rewards kind of functionality within, you know, within their solutions, within their apps, within their landscape. So that's great. On the other hand, what we see now during the token sale, we're in the private sales phase at this moment in time. What we are getting at the moment is interest, not just people that want to, you know, buy the tokens from us, but they say like, hey, I work at this retailer or I work at this brand, you know, can I also get involved with the company straight away? So there's a lot of interest there as well. So that's really progressing really well. We got people signing up, you know, throughout this sales process already, which is superb for us. So they're very important partnerships for us. But during the implementation, you know, we work with people like Deloitte, a company called Salmon here in the UK, global implementer that is looking to work with us, or we already have an existing partnership. Companies such as Reply, Digitas, LBI. I mean, these are global companies already working with us in the digital space. They're partners, and they're looking also to kind of like roll out this solution. So they'll be helping us to get adoption in the market. For the ICO itself, We also have a great bunch of partners for us, from technical partners like Agavon, for example, who help us with the blockchain, architecture side of things, all the way to people like Amazix, Fusion ICO, Blonde 2.0. These guys all help us with the marketing and the promotion of the ICO out there. So we're all about partnerships. We're all about connections. Very important for us.
Okay. So in terms of implementations then, which countries are there in the pipeline? What's next?
Yeah. Good. Very good question. So we're, at the heart of us, we're a European business. We have offices, of course, in Switzerland, but we do a lot of our development, for example, in the Netherlands, active in the UK, active in Germany, active in Italy. So the European market is very much kind of like where we're born and where we're most active. However, we're very active in the US as well already. But actually in the middle, we're about to announce another customer go live in the US. It's a restaurant chain. It's a great story. Very American brand. So we're about to kind of like publish that soon. So the US is probably our secondary market where we already have some traction, but probably go next with the full rollout. And then Asia, obviously as a third market, a lot of interest in Asia in what we're doing, a lot of loyalty schemes in that market. So we're keen to get going there as well.
Yeah, welcome to Asia, Kees. All right. So coming to the last few questions. So what is the purpose of the funds raised during ICO? What would they be used?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, first and foremost, it's all about, the blockchain development, the extension of the existing platform with those blockchain components, the additional kind of like capability around it to really, allow retailers to understand what is the value of a particular person, a particular individual recommending us. So what is the value of a particular individual leaving a review, and optimizing the rewards that we give them, on the back of that. So for example, if I am a runner and I invite my runner friends and to say, for example, Adidas, then Adidas knows that they're going to get, great references there. They're all runners that will come to them. They'll be worth a lot of money to them. If, for example, somebody else recommends, some people to Adidas and they may not be runners, that may not be the same, reward that's going to go out for them. So that kind of like analytics capability, again, is going to be very important for us and something that we will develop. So that's the main part. Then over and above that, of course, doing our marketing and our sales globally. I think there's a part in our marketing which is about kind of like educating the market and showing them that, hey guys, there's a new way of marketing, a new method of marketing consumers. I think that's going to take some time and investment to go and do that, and we're ready to to start doing that. And then the network, our partner network, is very important. Getting the implementation partners out there, working with our customers to get them up and running as quickly as they can. So yeah, and then last but definitely not least, it's all about customer delivery and customer success. So we work very closely with the brands that we work with and the retailers that we work with to not just give them a piece of technology, but as I said, to give them additional revenue. So we help them optimize, when they have the platform in place, help them optimize the settings, the configurations to make sure that they get the best possible customer relationships out there.
Wow. Okay. So Kees, last question. What dates do we have to look out for here? Where do we find the details?
Yeah. So at the moment in private sales, which is particularly focused on friends and family at this moment in time, getting great traction in that. That's coming to an end on the 26th of March. Then for other sales phases, keep an eye on our website, momentumtoken.io. I think you're planning to put that URL right below it. So go to the website, and you'll find all the details about the sales phase and about the dates on there. Of course, if people have any questions about dates, about private sales, about public sales, etc., join our Telegram channel. That's a great source for information as well.
All right, so that's all the time we have with Kees today. Thank you so much, Kees, for sharing about Mobile Bridge and Momentum ICO. All right, so whoever who needs details with regards to Momentum ICO, do take a look at the websites below and the links below that I'm gonna put it up. All right, so thank you so much, Kees. Have a great afternoon and evening tonight on Friday, and spend some good time with your family tonight. All right,
Bye,
so,
guys.
right, take care, Kees. Thank you.
Have a great weekend, man. Take care. Thank you ever so much for having us.